Hello everyone, my name is Amastimas, and I assume that if you're watching this video, you're probably a Linux user. If you're not, you should become a Linux user because there is so many reasons to become a Linux user actually. Linux doesn't have marketing, so you probably never heard of what Linux is. It's a different operating system compared to Windows and Apple's, which are the current monopoly, and they both suck, and they're not secure, they're slow, and they do not respect any of your individual freedoms. And that's where Linux comes in. Linux is open source. It's just a kernel. It doesn't have any features basically. So people just started building features on top of it, and you have like multiple distribution, which are OSs that people create based on Linux. But there's not that many distribution actually. There is just a few real distribution, and people then started from these distribution to create other distribution that I would call fake distribution, but that's not the point of this video. Let's assume you're a Linux user now. You're using Linux and maybe you installed a WM workspace environment. I forgot how it's called. Let's just do a neo fetch to remind myself. The word is WM. That's it. That's the window manager. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry, I was looking for the word window manager. So I'm currently using BSPWM. I love it. As you saw, the Kitty terminal, it's still open very fast. It's not the fastest terminal out there, but it is quite fast for all the features that it has. I love it. Great terminal. There's probably better terminal out there that have other cool features, but I do love Kitty. Never had to look back. Great terminal emulator. So I want to talk about file manager. That's the topic of this video. Let's get right into the main topic of this video. I'll probably put a timestamp in the description. That's where I'm starting the video. So let's say I open my file manager. Boom, it's already open. So that's very quick. But if I go with Nautilus, which is the default file manager, this time it opened quite quickly because it's not the first time I opened it. But when it's the first time in a session that I open Nautilus, it is quite slower than whatever this is. This is PCMANFM. I don't know what it's called. PCMANFM, I think. Let's try that. Let's open it from the terminal to see. Actually, do I have already the comment right here somewhere near? PCMANFM. Poof! Look how quick this is. This opened instantly. And sometimes when I open my computer, I want to access a file, try to open Nautilus, and it's just a pain. Nautilus ain't quick, you know? It's just not. This time it opened quickly, so it's never good for the demonstration, but it is a slow program. It is not that well optimized. So PCMANFM is just better because it's better optimized, and I love it for other reason. Let me just reopen PCMANFM. Let's say I want to go in my documents or my man, whatever, my games, who cares, cluster truck, yeah. And then I want to open current folder in the terminal. Poof, it is open in the terminal. And it's using the Kitty terminal because I just had to go into preference. Then I go to advanced. And then I can set my terminal right here. It's so easy. It is so easy. And here you see I have the HTML folder that I can access very quickly just by clicking on it. And these are your bookmarks, and you can quickly edit them right here, and you can remove the default bookmarks. How cool is that? How freaking cool is that? Open the bookmark in terminal. That's a feature you have here. You have the trash. Empty trash application. I like it. It is a great file manager. So if you're gonna use a file manager, I suggest you use this one instead of the Nautilus file manager. And that's it for this video, folks. Just start using PCMANFM. It's a long name, but you can create an alias for it, or just use like I did. In my sxhkdrc, which is my shortcut for my system, I made it use the XDG, open XDG, I think it's called. Actually, let's go into my config. Let's see what the file looks like. so it's more visual, so you understand better what I mean. sxhkd, it's hard to talk and like write these things at the same time. I'm making typo all over the place. You want to edit with sudo. You do not have permission. What sxhkdrc? Why don't I have permission? I don't. What? That's just weird. Who am I? I am me. That's good. Always verify who you are. Nano xhkd. Well, let's edit with nano then. Sudo. I don't care. That's weird. That's very weird. But basically you have the xdg open, like I said, and you have the dot to say current folder. So when I press the F key, it will open the home directory basically. And that's cool. But do I need the dot? Can I just have xdg open without the dot? It does not work, but if you give it a dot, it will open the current directory, which is where I am in the terminal right now. But does it work if I, for example, pass it the tilde sign? So I don't have the tilde sign on my keyboard. That's a pain. So what I will do is just copy the one right here. Ain't that smart? And that works. That works fine. So I guess I could do that. I could make it so instead of trying to open like the dot, which is the current directory, in the terminal, like if I have a terminal open and I go into, I don't know, file, and I open this, I'm not into file, so it does not work anyway, so it doesn't matter. So since it doesn't matter, I think it's better to open the home directory. Also, does it work if I do it with the variable home like this? That might be interesting to test. So sxhkd, but the tilde sign is at this point, I think, more universal, so it'd be more smart to use the tilde sign like this. That'd be more smart. So but I would probably need to reload my sxhkdrc to make sure the change that I made was saved. And you could simply type kitty right here. It would work. You don't have to like use xdg open, but that way I can just change the default file manager in xdg open, and it will for xdg, and it will by default open my default file manager. So it's just a question of what do you prefer? Do you want to have to change it manually there, or do you want to change it at one place and it applies to your whole system, which is probably a better idea. This is why that's what I'm using as a method of doing that. Yes, so you have the terminal emulator here. That's an interesting thing. So if I do this, it will open kitty directly without using xdg open. So if, for example, my default no, this is for a terminal, this is file manager, I get confused, but yeah, it might be good to have another shortcut here, but that would be for when I want to open specifically one file manager. Same for a terminal. I should have like multiple shortcut for multiple type of terminal, but I do prefer kitty. My config is for kitty right now. So yes, that's about it when it comes to that. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to change, but I wanted to reload. So I always forget what the reload thing is, so I'm just gonna probably just take this and paste it on top, because that's kind of important. You want to do this when you edit this file. So reload sxhkd. I think that's a better way to just reload sxhkdrc. You know, it's such a hard name to pronounce, especially if you're a French speaker. It's just who called their application like that? That's just painful for people. That's just painful. Speaking of application and file format, I'm working right now on my own file format, my own music application. I would call it a MIDI application, but it's not MIDI because it's not MIDI file. It's a new format that I created. I'm still unsure about how I will call it. Is it going to be called the beat format, the mux format? Who cares? But it is a very unique format. I can give you just a little sneak peek. You little cheeky devil, look at this. This is the file format. That's what it's going to look like inside of the file. But does it work? Does the application to make the music work? Well, let's test it out. So I can move up and down the scale, and let's hear that note, for example. Oh, that's quite a low note. Let's go higher. Okay, that's getting better, but can we go higher? Okay, so one thing I probably want to change is that the first note is quite low, and I probably want to start when I open the program to be in the middle of that scale. But other than that, it works. So let's say I like this note, I can place it here, 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 here. And now if I want to listen to a preview of this, I can just type the P key. Oh, such a great song. I am such a good music writer. And aren't I such a great music writer? So let's pick a new note. Let's say this one. I like this one. It sounds great. So let's place it here, 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 here. And now if I listen to the song, ain't that great. So there is no repeat loop functionality as of now. But yeah, this is my music editor, and when you export the track, let's try that. Let's try to export the track with, I think it's E or Q. Let's figure it out. So E did nothing. Let's try Q. And now we should have an output track. Is that the track we just made? No. Is it song.txt? That might be it, but no, that's not it, because the notes seems to be different. I just forgot the output format. The default output for this. I should probably print it, but who cares? So let's just take a look directly into the code to figure out what is the output file of this. Output file. Output track.mid. So it was that, but that's when you output it as a MIDI file. But when you just quit, it should not just output it as a MIDI file. It should also output it as a non-MIDI file, which would be called something around somewhere. Let's just look for output. So there is only one output something, so beat, maybe. No, I'm looking for dot beat, if that's something that I use. So dot mux dot use. So yeah, no, I don't think I am saving to my custom format in that specific version of the program, which is quite sad. But I think I can load song from this custom format. I don't know, I still need to figure out, but let's try to just play this MIDI track, the output track. Yeah, that's our song. That's the song we just created. But right now it's in the MIDI format, which is not what we want, but it is still working. And guess what? You can change the instrument. Ain't that amazing? And also, I still did some incredible work when it comes to the Pix program. So we have some great works on that side. So let's say I want to change instrument for it. So let's say I want to change the instrument. Let's try that. So that's to change the track. That's to change the instrument. So let's go with, for example, let's pick a really wacky instrument. Why can't I go minus than 0? Lower than 0. That's quite annoying. I cannot go. Okay, no, those are the track. Okay, so that's the track. And instrument, here we go. That's the instrument. So okay, that's cool, but let's go a bit higher, like always. Yeah, that's cool. So let's okay, so I need to type there. Okay, now we're on track 0. Okay, that's cool. So let's create a song with that. So pum, lower, pum, pum, lower, pum, 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 something like that. And let's just play that for now. Yeah, no, that's not the whole song. you don't really hear the difference in notes, even though there is one. So maybe just changing the instrument could fix that. Yeah, that helped. But I'd add, if it was me, I would add probably another few tracks to this. So if I go on track 1, for example, and I pick a different instrument for track 1, let's say instrument 85. And I start placing notes for fun. You know, trying to make a song here. Just some random notes, and we listen to this. But now just that track. Yeah. So I still have some difficulty combining the tracks. That's still a bug that I need to work on. But that's what we have as of now. So hope you enjoyed that. And have a good day. Like, subscribe and share the video. Please. S'il vous plaît, likez, abonnez-vous. Hein? On s'abonne à la chaîne. You got to subscribe to this incredible YouTube channel for such incredible content. This guy is so smart, he can make like stuff with the computer. You got to subscribe or else.